Well, this year we decided, since we have a cow, we're going to raise a small amount of corn for feed for her rather than have to go buy it. So I drug out this old planter that hadn't been used in 15 or 20 years and been greasing it up and cleaning it up, and I think we're about ready to go on it now.
I used to live in the country on a high lonesome hill, crow by day and by night the whippoorwill. I used to live in the country on a high lonesome hill.
This was an old fertilizer applicator to put it, open it up and put it in the ground. We had to take all that stuff off, all the anchors and everything, and just get it out of the way. Jeremiah, my son, helped me figure out the raising and lower mechanism on it, the time it takes on each way. And now I've cleaned the boxes all out, and the plates, and so we're going to put a little corn in it and drop it down and see how close together the kernels will be in a row. The basics of how this planter works: the wheels are the source that operates the planter. But when you drop it down, why, it kicks this apparatus which lifts and lowers the planter. When it goes down, like, it turns the shaft on up here. This chain from the wheels powers the entire operation. And when you drop it down, this little chain kicks in. Here, it starts turning this shaft, and that turns the plates to drop the corn. In the bottom of these containers, the boxes they call them, are plates that turn, and they have little holes around the edge which determine the size and the speed of the plates, how much you want to plant. These discs here determine the level of your application all the time. To change the depth there, you have to lower these or raise them. The plates, when they turn and drop the corn, they go down this little chute, down between this split
Drop
plate.
out the bottom here.
And these wheels are designed on an angle that they kick the dirt back in and press them down. And the harder you want it to press, while the lower you put the wheels. This is the apparatus I have to pull on to determine whether the planter is going to be up or down.
It's a little hard to show you without it in motion, but when it's rolling and you pull this, then it moves this bottom part down here out, which either trips or releases the one end or the other, which, as it's rolling, determines if it drops the whole thing down to plant or if it picks it up.
I don't know exactly the age of this planter, but it was probably made in 1950, so it's got a lot of gray hair, but it's still the same basic thing, and it will do the job if I can perform as well as it will. And so I'm going to put a little bit of corn in each box just to test it to see how often it's dropping. Right now, we're going to just do a short test. We drop it down so it'll plant on this hard surface so we can see what the spacings will be on our corn.
There we go.
Going. I want to see what it's doing because I think it's not working right.
The one side is spitting out too much corn, and the other side seems to be grinding them and breaking them. So we have problems on both sides.
We're going to have to take the corn out and see what's going on down inside there.
don't see anything looks loose. Out in the car.
It doesn't look like it's down to me.
Okay.
This old planter set outside so long that these little mechanisms right in here that control the flow of the corn has rusted, and there are two little springs on each side. On one row, it just run an open stream of corn, and then on the other side, it was catching it and breaking the points off on all of it. So I'm gonna have to come up with some parts for this, but today we're gonna try another unlikely adventure is planting our corn with a little garden push planter. We're going to try this little garden planter. No more than we're going to plant well under an acre. So maybe it will work. I don't know whether it will or not, but got the ground prepared. It's in real good condition, so maybe this will work. This little garden seeder is an earthway seeder.
I'm making a guide to mark the next row so that you can tell how far away it's supposed to be and get our rows straight. We have to have them straight and evenly spaced for the corn cultivator to work later. So if you're planting one way, you might have it out here marking. I'll have a marker in this. And then when you're going the other way, you flip it over to the other side so that it can mark that side. If I'd had to guess, I would have guessed these would have come out about opposite of each other, but they don't at all. In order to scratch, I guess everything's sitting at enough of an angle that it... Huh, that's interesting.
Get a piece of rope and tie that on behind here and run down the road.
I think I picked this up at a garage sale for something like 25 bucks maybe. I saw it there for sale and was like, gotta have that. First time we've used it though. Okay, do you see the line there, Dad?
No.
There's a line right here at the edge of the curved part. That's as full as it's supposed to go. That's about it. I figure I need to carry some extra seed with me because you can't really put very much in this thing. So I've got a bag. I use this to plant the oats with, and then I'll add some as we go. So where do you want to start at?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Because down to there's water down anyway. Ready? Go.
This actually used to be a road right down through here, so there's quite a bit of gravel in it.
Yeah, and I got a feeling this little thing is not gonna like that all that much.
I think it may like the grass worse.
I think you're right.
Will that handle drop down a little bit so you can push more directly forward?
I feel like I'm getting it figured out a little bit. It's better to run it with less corn than we had at the beginning. It was binding more. Once it got down a little bit lower, it stopped giving me that trouble. As I go along, I'll be able to go a little faster and better with it. It's kind of a lot of work though. So I'm gonna change rows. There's my little scratched line. It's straight-ish. I'll drop that out to mark the next row. As I'm going along, I feel like I can develop a bit more of a sense of when it's working right and hear it. Probably these edges are going to be the worst part though. And once we get out to the middle, it's going to be better and better. We finished the north patch, planting corn there, and now we're started on this south patch here. We've been taking turns. I'll do 2 rounds and Dad will do 1 round. It's going pretty well, I think. The machine's running pretty good. I feel like it's planting quite steady, just like it should, and I'm quite pleased with it actually. We've had a bit of a tough time with these before. I feel like it's planting this corn pretty good.
I used to live in the country on a high lonesome hill. Crow by day, by night the whippoorwill.
But this wasn't the process that we planned, but I think it's going to work. It thinks the soil is in real good condition, so it doesn't push too hard doing this. Still make an old man out of a middle-aged like me. Pretty quick.
But I'm satisfied. Take on 2.
Thanks for stopping in. We'll see you next time.